Clark County received a bit of a windfall this year as it relates to federal funding for counterterrorism efforts.
So today we learned where some of those extra dollars are going to be going. Politics Now co-host Patrick Walker has been following the money and is here to explain.
Yeah, Denise and Brian, it's all relative, right? This has long been a complaint among law enforcement leaders and politicians in Nevada. Simply, Las Vegas does not get its fair share in counterterrorism funding. Well, this year, federal dollars nearly doubled, and today county commissioners approved some of the projects that are dependent on that money.
After making headway in a years-long fight between Clark County and Capitol Hill, commissioners Tuesday approved the allocation of more counterterrorism funding to local agencies.
It was very important for us to get it.
Clark County Deputy Fire Chief John Steinbeck is the chairman of the committee that distributes the Urban Area Security Initiative money to local agencies. This year, the federal government sent $5 million to Southern Nevada. Last year, it was just shy of $2.9 million.
And this year, the big thing that we got was now there's a credit within the formula for special events, and nobody does special events more than Las Vegas and Clark County.
The largest chunk goes to helping fund Southern Nevada's Fusion Center at Metro headquarters. Clark County Fire is seeing almost $1 million, 20% of this year's funding. It's going toward paying for tactical training for firefighters who respond with police to hostile situations, as well as more ballistic protective gear for firefighters valley-wide.
We wouldn't have gotten those because the amount of funding we had been receiving just maintained the projects that we currently have going.
Agencies will also get supplies and money to prepare for mass casualty incidents like 1 October. Steinbeck says a good chunk of that will go toward training to make sure the Valley's finest are ready for the very worst.
Thank God those are low-frequency incidents, but when it's low frequency, you need to train on it more because you don't run those type of calls very often.
Well, Senator Dean Heller has spoken with us several times about trying to get that funding formula updated to get more money to cities like Las Vegas that are smaller, big cities, but account for that with a high number of tourists. Nevada's delegation as a whole has worked together in supporting the changes that were put into place in the last several months and are working toward getting even more funding for next year. Send it back over to you.
All right. Thanks much, Patrick.